All right, I'm live again. Thank you so much for watching, joining. Before I get going, if you don't mind, just hit the subscribe button and make sure you like and comment so it gets pushed out to other people who might be interested, who like film. And I think you're supposed to do, oh, and ring that little bell so you know when I go live or pop up a new video. But I just wanted to say this is day 6 shooting, and it is the greatest job in the world. Hey, boy, Vinny, Craig, and JB, welcome back. Thanks, guys, for joining. Making movies is the greatest job in the world. It, uh, it's day 6, and I keep thinking, well, nothing's going to top the first day, and then nothing's going to top this moment, and then nothing's going to top when they did the speech, or nothing's going to top when it's. I don't know what tops what, but it really. I'm so blessed. For anybody who's been in these positions, it really is the greatest job in the world. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to be out there playing and pretending and playing dressed up and hanging out with great people. This crew is really, really special, and it's really special that I'm here and that they've brought me in on this. I just can't. It's hard to kind of control my joy on this. Yeah, thanks, Vinny. It is. I can't even tell you what an experience this is today. So today, it's a big acting day for me. A lot of action going on, interacting with all these incredible actors, and just this is like true filmmaking. We're on this rig, and there's these camera cranes and things moving in and out, and people firing guns, and I'm simulating certain things. I don't want to get into too specific of details, but it's just, and then the director, reining us in, and I was talking to him after I did a couple takes, and he's like, he not everything needs to be so big, Andy, which is, I think, part my excitement, part my natural kind of way, and to try to rein it in and be more subtle. And I know I've done subtle and can do subtle, but I I don't know. But it's fun. It's fun to take that note and to play and to give the director what he wants, and working with other actors and hearing how I've probably said this like 6 times, call his bluff, go bigger. Yeah, well, you know me. It's definitely a possibility, but no, it's like you trust him, and to work against actors who are saying these lines that are not how, I pictured it as the writer. And what's interesting, is, that normally wouldn't be my position. I wouldn't normally, if I'm acting on a set, I wouldn't normally be the writer on a set, I would think. Although I do find very often, when I am acting in something else, you do, I kind of imagine, how the other actor would feed me a line. And when they don't deliver it, you got to, work around that. So that's it's just such a great experience to have, because it's just going to add more vocabulary to my acting dictionary belt. I don't know, more ammunition to my my acting gun. I'm making things up, but you know what I'm trying to say. So it's and watching these other actors and seeing how they play things is such a learning experience. You have to stop any scenes and be like, that's not actually the line. Yeah. I was joking with one of the actors. I was like, what if, he was like, well, how would you say this? How would you say that? And I said it. And he goes, oh, yeah, you don't think I can say it myself? I'm like, this is not my job anyway. That's the director's job. but he's so great. He's so great. I love working with him. He's so patient and understanding, and just knows. It's just so. I would say it how I wrote it. Laugh out loud. I tried that today. I tried that today, and um, with Kevin, actually, we were working. He was trying to work out things, and we were working. Doing these scenes together, and we were kind of playing with it to figure out how we wanted to present it to Anthony, and we tried different things. And I did say, "Well, this is how I wrote it." And he was like, "Oh yeah," but he gave it to me. He tried it. I mean, we tried it. We tried it every which way, and until Anthony picked, nope, this is what I want you to do. And then it just, and as soon as he did, it just felt right, which was even more impressive. At one point, so there's this whole scenario about the weather and what's going on in the distance in the movie, and I see it. I kind of in the script, and I see it actually happening, playing out in real life, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go! I gotta go tell the director, look!" So when he's down shooting in a scene that I wasn't in, and he comes back, and I kind of go run up to him, and he's like. He's like, yeah, what's up, Andy? I said, well, if we're going to do this, I said, look out here. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got it. I got it already. I was like, oh, yeah, of course you did. Of course you did. And again, just do your job. But he was so generous to, and I don't know, I should have known that of course he's got it. He's jumping on every opportunity, and I'm just excited. I'm just so excited, and I'm excited about the entire process of hearing, the script, and also hearing how they're changing it, and we're changing it on the fly. How what doesn't work and what works, and when you get on the stagecoach or the horse, and oh well. I didn't anticipate this was going to happen. And, he keeps saying, the director, Anthony, keeps saying to me, this is going to make you a better writer. You're going to think about all these things in the future. And it is so true. It's so true. And maybe that's the big lesson as the writer today, is, when you're seeing it play out in front of you, and how things on a page have to translate practically. It is going to change how I'm thinking about every single thing in the future, and how I write. And then one of the actors came up to me today. I freaking love this guy. And he said, I was thinking about this line, and you wrote this scene before we incorporated this scene, and I don't think I should say this line. And here's why. And I was like, oh yeah, of course. Now, because it had gotten moved around a couple times, and then we go to the director, and he's like, no, you're absolutely right. Let's do this. And we moved it around, and just like being able to do it on the fly, and for Anthony, just make those quick decisions, and for this actor to understand not only his character, but where it fits in the overall scene, was incredible. And he said to me, I was working with another actor, and I'm not going to mention his name, but it's really, really famous actor. And he said, after they get off work, he'd go, should we go, you want to go grab something to eat or whatever? And the actor would go, no, I got a lot of work to do. And he said, okay. And this actor would go, and every single night he would read the script. He would read the script start to finish, and he would analyze every single thing, and why this word over this word, why this sentence over this sentence. And this actor would go in and talk with the producers, and I think it should be this way, and here's why. And he would probably analyze this thing to such a degree that it changes not only his performance, but it changes the whole movie. And that's what this guy's doing to my picture. And it's just making me more aware, not only as a writer, right, but as an actor. as an actor to scrutinize, because you're not just looking at your lines and your scenes and how much it, or how it fits in the whole movie, but everybody's lines and how it fits in the movie. And, and obviously at some level, I'm not going to be able to, as an actor, not be able to go and have those conversations, but to be able to at least do that work and to think through those things, think through everything that every actor does and why, to understand where you fit in and why, was an incredible lesson. As a writer, when I'm writing the script, and I usually write daily, I don't usually put something, I usually start something kind of until I finish it if I can. And so every day I write, next day I read everything I wrote the day before, make changes, and then continue from that. And then in the day after that, I read, I change, and I continue from there. So by the time I got to the end, I've gone through the script. However, I've reread and rewritten this thing if it takes me a month to write it, 30 times. And then the writing process begins after that. So as a writer, I've gone through that process, but never as an actor. I never really thought of analyzing everything that everybody's saying, and it just makes things better. So anyway, take that for what it is. I'm running way too long. Thank you so much for joining me. Casually, the words of Vinnie Craig says, casually talks about the ability to read. Humble brag. Yes, I can read. I'll teach you, Vinnie. I'll teach you that you're going to know me. So, all right. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, like these other videos, check out some other stuff, and I will be catching you tomorrow.